So if you want to print things in OneNote, it's not hard, but there's a little bit of preparation work that you have to do. And you have to be mindful, if you think you're going to want to print something, how much space you're using to the right side of the screen. As you can see, I think you can probably tell on my screen, there's a lot of white space off here because I've got a long screen. But when I go to print, some of it's going to come off the page if it's too big. So I don't think that we have a print preview. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. So you can see here that that table is just on the cusp of being too far to the side. And it would be off of the side if I didn't have the scale content to paper width clicked. And of course you can choose what size paper you're using. A4 is the standard, but if you had an A3 you can customize the size. You can choose the print range, so you can print everything in the entire section or just the page. You can choose to have a little footnote that says where it came from, or you can opt to have that not there. Okay, or landscape, so there's those options. But the other thing is that you can do, if you just want to get an idea to make sure that you're sticking as close as possible to what a true notebook, or not notebook, but an A4 size piece of paper would look like, you can go to paper size and go A4, and then this shows you where your content's coming off the printable side. Now you can certainly leave that up, but the only issue is, if I could just bring that in a bit, yep. Right. The only issue is that it only goes one sheet, right? And it doesn't actually say or allow me to just do, I don't think I can get rid of width. No, height, sorry. No, I have to have a width and a height. So the only thing I can do is just instead go, I don't even think I can do 500. Can I do 500? No. So it only allows you to do it one page at a time, which is fine because as long as you kind of have a general idea of how much space on the screen it's taking up for this to be A4 size, at least in width, then when you get rid of that, then as long as you know, okay, try to keep things sort of to this side of the screen, then you're fine. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I don't know why I clicked that. But if you are dragging and dropping files in instead and you're just updating the files and you want to print the files, when you open them, like I showed you before, they open up in Word anyway, and then you can just print from Word. So it's only if stuff like this you desperately needed to print. You can also export. So you can export what you have done in OneNote directly to Word. Excuse me. And it will automatically name the file based on what the subject line is. Okay. And then you can go and find it, and there it will be. Okay. So that was just one page, but you can export a whole section if you wanted to, or you can, if you wanted to export the whole notebook, that's as a PDF, for example, you could do that section as a PDF. Obviously, we can also share this with our colleagues by going share, and you can send them the link. And if there's someone that you, for some reason specifically, definitely don't want to edit, you can just give them view access, or you can give them edit access. And then you just click, you can type a message if you want to, and then click send. Again, you can send it as an email or as an attachment in an email or as a PDF using the send function. So that's what it would look like. Hypothetically, if Helen said, hey, Denise, who's your acting head of school? You could literally just send this page to her directly with that information and not do anything else. Okay, so I hope that these little videos have given you a clear understanding of how to use OneNote. and there's really not that many features to it. It's pretty basic, but it does allow us to have just a really nice, organized, quick access, easy to edit, easy to search, shareable functionality, um, which is what makes why I love it for my organizational purposes. As an example, this was the one that we had in Hess when we were in our old world. So we kept a list of all of this information that affected our schools and stuff. Um, and it worked great. We referred to it so many times, you know, how to use IMPs, where to go for it. When we had new staff come in, you know, how to find course specs so that you could find out who the examiner was for semester 2, because the course specs hadn't been I might actually add that to ours as well. So you know, could find out who the examiner was for semester 2 because the course specs hadn't published it yet. We had our user guides in here. So it's such a great tool, but I recognize that not everyone's going to love it because it's just one more thing to learn and one more place to put stuff. But again, I hope you can find some utility in it, and I am sorry if you hate it. All right, thanks. Bye.